once a video gets past 20, 30 minutes, I will not listen. I've watched people who do 2, 3 hours on a video. I watch Bobby Hemmett that'll do 10 hours on a video. I watch Brother Panic. He'll do 10 hours, 11 hours on a video. I watch Dr. Phil Valentine, who will go in for hours. I watch Dr. Delbert Blair, who will go in for hours. I watch Dr. Layla Africa, who will go in for hours. I'm not putting you through it. I'm just a dude from Queens. I'm not gonna make you watch hours of me. You know, 15 to 30 minutes tops. All right, this is part 2. I'm going into the sisters now. My SeaStars, I love you. I do. The alpha male loves you. I do. But I gotta go into my SeaStars, and you take this with love. You take this with love. Okay? You take it for love. You share it with the ratchet ones in your family. Okay? And don't worry about them putting negative comments and dissing me in the comments. That don't affect me. Okay? This is said with love. Okay? I said I was gonna start from the toes and work my way up to the head. And should I provide a frame? I'm not even going to provide a frame of reference. I'm just going to jump into it. You'll either figure it out or you won't. But the seed will be planted for later, because it ain't that daggone hard. Now, like any man, we've been trained to love a woman in high heels. Oh, nothing like a beautiful woman in high heels. It's what we were trained to like. I mean, it was in all the magazines growing up. Before there was the internet, now it's the internet. You know, it's everywhere. You know, anybody could see crazy images on their phone and stuff like that. You know, you hear the sound and you turn around and you look. Even if you're with your lady, you can't help it. You know, click, click, click. You know what that is. You turn, you look. I get it. High heels, sexy. We like it. We've been trained to love it. I've been trained to love it. But I understand the importance of grounding. And I understand and understand the importance of, draining toxins from your body and connecting to the magnetic pull, the healing effect that your body experiences when you're standing on Mother Earth. And those shoes prohibit that. Shoes in general prohibit that. Now, you can spend some extra money and get shoes that allow you to ground while you're wearing shoes. Look it up. You can get that. But my sister's walking around in them high heels that we love, and we tell you look beautiful in, and we buy for you. We're guilty too. So we're gonna take this one with y'all. We want you to understand that this Aquarian energy, this it's just like the return of the divine feminine. It just is. You can check floor burn for that. It just is. And we're going to go from the feet and work our way up to the head. And to do it properly will require longer than 30 minutes. So I'm going to skip through to the important parts because the important parts, believe it or not, are your feet and your head. Those are the important parts. We're not spending enough time barefoot on the ground. Grass, concrete, doesn't matter. Bricks, it doesn't matter. If it's attached to, you could be walking barefoot in the street. On asphalt, as long as it's not painted, you know what I mean? As long as you're not standing on a painted surface, you're grounding. You can get one of these meters and detect whether or not you're grounding or not. Grounding. I stood on one foot as an experiment to see how long I could stand on one foot. I'm almost 50. And I was having problems balancing, longer than a Pacific time period. 7 seconds, about the most I could do. Took off my shoes and grounded for a couple of minutes. I don't even know that it was 2-3 minutes. Instant restoration of balance. Could stand on one foot, either foot, for as long as I wanted. Real talk. High heels. That's where you're attacked. You're attacked with your high heels. You're attacked with the toenail polish and the fingernail polish. It's weakening the nails. You're attacked. You're attacked with the makeup and some of the products, how lipstick and some of these products are made and what parts of the animals are used to make these lipsticks and stuff you love to put on your lips. Now, we love it. We love it. We've been trained to love it. The sister's got a little makeup on and it's accented. She got a lipstick or whatnot. We've been trained to love that. I get it. I don't even want to say the animal or the anatomy of the animal that is utilized to use in some of these products with the makeup. You look that up, okay? You're being attacked from your crown chakra to the soles of your feet. They call it the soles of your feet for a reason. They call it your solar plex for a reason. And Floorburn talked about that in her latest video. And her spirit took flight as she was talking about it. And I had to pause it because the energy from her video was just so high. She mentioned trauma and she stayed on trauma. Go check out her channel and see her latest video where she talked about trauma. Because I'm not going to talk about it in this video. We got enough to talk about. That trauma is important. The trauma, check it out. And you know you're watching the right video when she talks about trauma of having to leave your baby to go work 8 hours if you're a mother. Trauma from being away from your husband if you know your husband's got to work 8 hours in one office surrounded by a bunch of females and your wife's got to work in another office surrounded by a bunch of males. Trauma of your kids going to school and being educated by somebody who's not related to you and then having to come back and deal with you and basically it's like growing up. She goes in, you watch that. I'm not going into that. It was dope. What the hell were we talking about? The attacks from your head to your feet. We talked about makeup. I didn't mention what animal part or what anatomy was used in a lot of these lipsticks and stuff you like to put on your face, but you could look it up. You could look it up. I'm not here to teach you nothing. I'm just here to plant a seed, bring some awareness. The last video we talked about the mask and stuff. Let's go to the hair. I want to spend some time there. And I know I skipped a lot in between. But I said we're going to talk about the important stuff and keep it short enough for the people with short attention spans. 6-7 years ago, you saw this epidemic of men leaving America to go to Brazil. They made websites about it. They grouped together and you know, shared their experiences and shot videos about how dope it was to leave America and go live in Brazil. Let me explain that to you. Let me explain that phenomenon to you, because this is the most important jewel. My SeaStars, in their quest to look like what they've been told is beautiful in this country, us alpha males don't give a shit about any of that shit that you doing. We don't. But you've been programmed to believe that this straight hair, the straight Brazilian hair and whatnot is the hair to have. And y'all spend billions of dollars a year on this shit. So let's talk about the hair, the real hair from Brazilian women that you're sewing into your head and how it is fucking up your household. Let's talk about it. The human hair, just like a lot of parts of the human body, secretes pheromones. It's this whole war of feminine competition to secure the alpha male. If you can't get the alpha male, you'll settle for the beta male. But y'all want the alpha male. And the pheromones of different species of women secrete different pheromones. What you're doing is by buying that Brazilian hair and sewing that into your head. When you sleep with your man at night and you cuddle up real nice, tight in his curve as he's holding you going to sleep, as he's breathing in your essence, what he's breathing in is the pheromones of another species. Maybe species is too harsh. Another ethnic group of women. What are the consequences of that? He becomes attracted to the species of the pheromones that he's inhaling. It's having a chemical effect on him. You are having a chemical effect on your man by sewing that Brazilian hair into your scalp and wrapping it up at night and sleeping next to him, and he's breathing that in all night. This is no coincidence that you had this influx of brown men flocking to Brazil in places like this. Talking about how dope it is over there now. So glad to be out of the United States over there on the beach with Brazilian women. Facts. Now, on the flip side of that, I wonder, now I have no receipts for this, I wonder if the weave in general serves as protection for a lot of this crap that's coming out of the sky with these chemtrails. I'm gonna look into that. I've been distracted by COVID and all the other stuff just like you, and finding out what that actually is and what it is not, and what the science is on that. You're pressured to look like what you are programmed to believe beauty is. You're beautiful. All women are beautiful. But you're beautiful. I'm talking to my SeaStars. You're beautiful. You're not more beautiful with straight hair. You're not more beautiful cutting off your eyelashes. Your eyebrows, and then drawing them back on. You're not. You make it challenging for us to identify you, because the men who have been attacked chemically through foods, who have now sought to compete with you, we can't tell you apart, because they're cutting off their eyebrows and drawing them just like you are. They're getting Brazilian hairdos just like you are. They're doing their toes and their fingernails just like you are. They're using the same lipsticks and stuff that come from the grossest part of roadkill. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Just like you are. They're taking hormone injections and stuff like that. Not just like you are, because you're not doing that, but they need to understand that we need to understand that the hormone injections didn't start it with them getting injections to be more feminine. It started with the soy and what's in these foods that we're eating. These genetically modified foods that we're eating. It is the attack on the males. Got to get these alpha males out of here, because that's the only way you get away with cops knocking or breaking into apartments of a black female who is a EMT worker with a search warrant that doesn't have her name on it or her boyfriend's name on it, and going in there and shooting her 8 times. See, they can only get away with that because the alpha males are gone. The alpha males have been all rounded up and put into prison, because the alpha males are snap. and they use what's not law. These are not laws that are being broken. These are codes and ordinances that are being broken. The only people that can establish law are people that look like me on this continent. That's why the judges wear black. Look it up. That's another video. So our alpha males are in jail. And where they're not getting their vitamin D, they get 1 hour of sunlight. The Floor Burn did a whole video on this, and it right there, forced to be in an environment for 10, 15, 20, 30 years with no females. It's just males. No vitamin D. Forced to eat the food that is genetically modified, that is changing you chemically. The attack is real, and it's on all fronts. Now, I'm supposed to be talking about females because I want my SeaStars to know that you're beautiful. Do I date outside my race? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I've done it. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But that doesn't mean I don't love my SeaStars. You date outside your race. So you can't say, well, you talking about SeaStars and you were the white girl. So what? I mean, when I was single, you wasn't looking my way anyway. So don't worry about who I'm with. Fuck out of here. I date who I want to date. I date who treats me the way I'm supposed to be treated. Who sees me the way I'm supposed to be seen. And I'm not competing with you. Today's woman wants to be a man. You've been trained like that. You want to be a man. You do. Don't make me go into it. You know what I'm. If I say it, then I'm hating on a certain group of people, and that's not what this is about. But you know what that is. You know what that is. And a lot of you women fall for it, and I get it because there's not a lot of men around. So you just go to what's available sometimes. Just like what happens in prison. The attack is on all fronts. You snap out of it. I want you to snap out of it, but I know you're not. I know 8 people are going to see this video. And that's fine. I'm on the record. I said it. You don't like it? I gives no fucks. I gives no fucks. Because I don't blame you. And I'm not dissing you. How can you blame the victim? I'm not saying I have a victim mentality, but we've been attacked from the Tuskegee experiments to HIV, to Zika, to Ebola, to mad cow. We've been attacked on all, now COVID. We've been attacked on all fronts. So I get it. So ladies, from your head to your feet, you are beautiful. Don't care what race you are. You are beautiful. And to my SeaStars, you are not more beautiful trying to look like something that is on the magazine, every magazine rack in every grocery store. But I get it. That's part of the programming. You don't measure up unless you look like this. You can't advance in your profession unless you look like that. Not true. Not true. It's not. Go to another job. And that's a hard thing because jobs are hard to come by right now. I get it. I get it. But your antennas are important. Your antenna, ladies. I have my sister who's 2 years younger than me has the most beautiful hair. And she's had it. She's had this beautiful hair since she was 3. As far as I can remember. It's 3. This beautiful hair. And she covers it up with the I mean, she just covers it up. She covers it up for whatever reason. Which is, it's her business. You know what I mean? I get it. It's your business. Do what you do. But understand that if your man is spending more time away from you than at home, there's a reason for that. Okay? And understand that the pheromones that your man is breathing in, when he does come home and puts you in his curve to go to sleep, he's breathing that in. So if he's spending time in a land where the women share the similar pheromones, then 1 and 1 is 2, bitch. Take it or let it alone. Plus, more importantly, your hair is connected to your nervous system. Your hair is not for decoration. It's not something just to be styled. Your hair has a purpose. It is the antennas on the old TV that had the rabbit ears. Now, I know everybody under 28 don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but TV, like radios, old radios, it had these rabbit ears. And if the rabbit ears weren't pulled up and out, you didn't pick up the signal. And there are signals being received and sent all the time that you're having trouble transmitting because you don't have your antennas. But that's another video, which could be included in this video, but I couldn't get it within 30 minutes. And I'm not doing longer than 30 minutes. Nobody listening to me for more than 20, 30 minutes, if at all. So I'm not wasting my time. What I am going to do is drop some seeds, and then I'll go back to studying it, because that's how I relax, studying. That's what I do. I'm going to go back and check out the rest of Crystal Clear and see, and let her finish her rant. You know what I mean? Because I had to take a break to calm down from that. Ladies, ground. Get you some grounding shoes. Look them up. If you don't want to walk around barefoot. I get it. You don't want to step in dog shit. There's got shoes that, have the coils on the sole so that you can ground while you're wearing shoes. And watch how much some of this negative energy come out of you. You'll be more pleasurable to deal with. You just will be. Increase your essential salts. Look into them, 12 of them. Make sure you're getting your potassium, all 3 types of potassium. Check it out. Because if you're getting your potassium, the 4,700 milligrams of potassium, guess what you're not getting ever? Cancer, lupus, arthritis. You're not getting none of that if your potassium and iron levels are up. Because then your body has what it needs to combust, to allow air and oxygen to get where it's supposed to get. That's the solution. Fuck the problem. The problem's not COVID-19 and whether it was man-made and whether it has something to do with 5G, and all this other stuff. Fuck that. I dove into all of that. Richie from Boston dove into all of that. Young Farrell dug into all of that. Brother Polite dug into all of that. There's a bunch of people who've dug into all of that. Let's just deal with the solution, okay? You got essential nutrients and micronutrients. Look them up. Get them in your system. If it doesn't grow out the ground, fucking don't eat it. Now, I'm not telling you to go straight vegetarian. If you want to do your fish or whatever, you need to do it like that until you can get whatever. But the cheese and the milks and stuff like that, straight mucus, y'all. Straight mucus. Mucus death. Fatality. Mucus death. Stay away from it. Sisters, love the high heels. Take a break. Go ground. Get out in the sun. Get your vitamin. You got to be in the sun 45 minutes at least. 45 minutes. At least. Get your vitamin D's, your vitamin D up, particularly your vitamin D3. Get it up. Increase do your smoothies, your mango smoothies and stuff like that. You want to eat your shrimp and your salmon and stuff like that for now. I'd love to be a vegetarian and a vegan. I'm just not there yet. I'm still, working on it. I'm still eating I'm not eating the steaks and shit. I used to love steaks. I'm not eating the spare ribs. I used to love that. I'm not eating that shit no more. But transition. There's a shift going on, and you want to be, You want to ride that wave. You don't want to be left off that wave as things align. That's another video. Your shoes. Walk barefoot. Try it. Get out in the park and breathe around trees. Try it. Your hair. Embrace your hair for what it is. Go to a place that will style your natural hair to make you presentable for work, where you don't have to break down the integrity and the strength of the nine. I call them the nines that are in those natural curls of yours that we've been told were naps. The spirals. Everything is in spirals. Seashells. Everything. Your hair pattern spirals. It's a reason for that. Your hair is connected to your nervous system. It is not just to look pretty. It has a function. And there are messages being communicated that you're missing because you're blocking the signal. You're breaking down the hair by putting hot combs and straightening it, putting relaxers in it, or just wrapping it to your head so that you can sew on someone else's hair, so that your man can breathe someone else's pheromone, so he can fall in love with someone who lives in Dubai. Yo, snap out of it, or don't snap out of it, whatever. But videos like this that got no views will be the videos 10, 15 years that people point back to and go, oh shit. They'll either say that dude didn't know what the fuck he was talking about, or damn, he was spot on. Oh my gosh, he was spot on. The TV, the tell lie vision programming, is telling lies to your vision, SeaStars. It's telling you that you're not beautiful enough. Not true. Not true. You're not supposed to be competing with us. You're not. You're not. You're supposed to be teaching the ones that replace us. And we're supposed to be protecting those that you teach. You have a lane, we have a lane. But you want to be in our lane. You work your ass off with these corporate jobs so you can get these positions. You go and you get 2-3 degrees. One bachelor's degree ain't enough. You 2 of them, and a master's and then the doctorate. So you can be over somebody and stand up in front of a meeting in a power suit and act like you pee standing up. You do not. You sit down when you pee. You sit down when you pee, because you're a queen. You sit down. You are not a king. You are not a king. Stop pretending to be a king. You not. You kings to Beta and Charlie men. You don't even register to guys like us. You just don't. You're like the gnats that the lion swats on a hot African day. And you look silly as fuck. You not men. Stop trying to be men. You not. You think that's hate? It's not hate. I don't hate you. I never hate my SeaStars, but you not men. Cut it out. You not. You not men. Stop pretending to be men. Tap into the foods that you're eating and change those foods that you're eating so your testosterone will come down a little bit. And then you women that are taking testosterone on purpose to grow beards, the fuck are you doing? The fuck are you doing? And you men that are taking estrogen, the fuck are you doing? Cut it out. You're being attacked. You're being attacked. And when it goes down, you ain't going to be nowhere to be found. You know why you're not going to be nowhere to be found? If you're a male? Because you sit down when you pee, motherfucker. That's why. You know why you ain't going to be nowhere to be found, women? Some of you women? Because you act like you stand up when you pee. Sit the fuck down. Sit the fuck down. The marriage thing is a scam. That's another video. 2 married people give the state custody of any children they bring into the world. Look it up. Why you think you have to go before the justice of the peace or get a marriage license? You got to get a license for anything that's illegal. Anything that's illegal, you have to have a license for. Huh? That's another video. Try practicing medicine without a license. See if they don't take you to jail. Try selling car insurance without a license. See if they don't take you to jail. Try selling real estate like a real estate professional using the MLS if you don't have a real estate license, and see if they don't take you to jail. You have to have a license. And the more licenses you have, the less rights you have. You have a marriage license, you don't have rights to your children. You have a driver's license, you don't have rights to your organs. Facts. Don't care what you think. I don't care what you believe. Belief is the death of knowing. I don't care what you believe. Telling you what I know. There are things I know, there are things I don't know. I'm only telling you things I know. The things I don't know, I'm going to hit end and get off this motherfucker and learn about the stuff I don't know. I'm only going to tell you about the stuff I know. Belief is the death of knowing. I don't give a damn what you believe. You gave up everything in slavery except their religion. You cling to it. You cling to it. You silly as fuck. Stay asleep. I'm not trying to wake you up. You need another pillow? Thank you for coming. God bless you. Good night.